Ooh, forgot I had this. Hello. Uh, well, hi, I'm guessing. So, am I live? Am I not live? Oh, I am live. Okay, sweet. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. Okay, sweet. We are live. We are live. We are live with the. We are live. We are alive. We are alive and well. We are all live. We are very well, very much live. Well, guys, welcome. Whoever else is joining me today. What we are going to be doing. What we are going to be doing today. Today is I'm going to be putting the light on. Coming back. And now you can see me better. You can now see me better. So, we are resuming from where we once left off. But first, I need to go get some water. Alright, guys. I am back. Let's carry on from where we once left off. Jupiter's massive size makes it the pull of its gravity strong. As a result, the giant planet has trapped nearly 70 known moons in orbit around it. Some are probably asteroids or comets that flew too close to Jupiter and were captured by its gravity. Others are as large as planets. Right. Jupiter's four largest moons are called Galilean moons because they were discovered by the great Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei in 1610. These four worlds are very different. The innermost moon, Io, has hundreds of active volcanoes next to Europa, which is covered in ice. Though a hidden ocean may lie below, one of the few places in the solar system that might harbor life, Ganymede is the solar system's largest moon and the only one with a magnetic field. Callisto is covered in craters. Its surface is considered the oldest of any moon or planet in the solar system. Now, how interesting is that? Next up, we have Lo, Lo. Try to get low, low, low. Okay, I'll do the fast facts first this time. So here we go. Time to orbit Jupiter 1.77 Earth days. Mass Earth equals 1. 0.015. That's how much it weighs. Then surface temperature is negative 163 degrees Celsius or negative 262 degrees Fahrenheit. Diameter is 3.643 kilometers or 2.262 miles. Right. Lo, the most volcanically active body in the solar system. Jupiter's moon, Lo, is constantly spewing matter into space from its eruptions. Its blotchy lava-covered face is a world away from the icy terrain of Jupiter's other moons. This moon's volcanic eruptions don't just affect Lo itself, they pump huge amounts of material into space, forming a vast donut-shaped ring of of charged particles around Jupiter, called plasma-torus. The plasma torus allows electric currents to flow through space between Jupiter and Lo, triggering lightning storms in Jupiter and causing gases around Lo to glow. The existence of Lo's volcanoes was predicted by scientists before the Voyager 1 spacecraft made a close encounter with the moon in 1979. The incredible images Voyager took confirmed the scientists' prediction. Lo erupts so frequently that the moon is literally turning itself inside out. Next, we've got Saturn. For today, I think we should do up to the end of, or up to the beginning of stars. Surface gravity Earth equals 1. This is just 0.2 grams lighter. Time to rotate once, 10.7 hours. Year is 29.7 years. Moon's at least 63. Right. Saturn, the spectacular rings around this giant planet, makes it one of the wonders of our solar system. Saturn is the second biggest planet after Jupiter, and like Jupiter, it has a huge family of moons. Saturn is a gas giant, a vast spinning globe made of chemicals that exist as gases on Earth, such as hydrogen. Saturn is 69% planet. The hydrogen is compressed into a liquid by the weight of the The weight of the gas above it. Saturn is almost as wide as Jupiter, but has less than a third of its mass. making Saturn far less dense. In fact, it is the least dense planet of all. It is also the least spherical. Saturn spins so fast that it bulges at the waist, making it wider than it is tall. Like Jupiter, it has stormy outer atmosphere. It has a stormy outer atmosphere lashed by powerful winds that sweep its clouds into horizontal bands. Ugh. Hiccup, hiccup. Saturn's rings. The vast circle of icy debris orbiting Saturn may be the remains of a moon that broke apart in the past. Visible even in small telescopes, Saturn's rings are thousands of miles in diameter, but only a few meters wide or thick. For those of you who are just joining, do you like my thumbnail for the stream? I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. Next, each particle in Saturn's rings is in orbit about the planet. Trapped by the gas giant's gravity, the floating chunks of ice also attract each other through gravity, and they are pulled by the gravity of Saturn's moons. All these forces combine to make the material in the rings bunch up at certain distances from Saturn and thin out at others. Sorry about my pronunciation today. It's bad. All the gas giants have ring systems, but those of Jupiter's, Uranus, and Neptune are much fainter than Saturn's. Here, there's not really much to explain. So, yeah. Ringworld. We are at Ringworld. Woo! Saturn's breathtaking rings are made out of billions of sparkling fragments of ice that range in size from snowflakes to icebergs. The first person to see the rings was an Italian astronomer, Galileo, who called them ears. Since then, telescopes and spacecraft have revealed ever more detail in the rings, which are made up of thousands of individual ringlets. This image is a mosaic of 126 photographs captured by the Cassini spacecraft in 2004. Gravity has pulled the material in the rings into a plane so incredibly thin that a disk of paper made to the same scale would be about 1.4 meters or kilometers, 0.9 miles in diameter. Yo guys, I'm running out of breath. How long? She's almost. Okay, moons of Saturn. Moons of Saturn. I'm just messing around sitting. Sorry, guys. Continuing, we have moons of Saturn. There are so many moons orbiting the planet Saturn that they form what looks like a miniature version of the solar system. Saturn has at least 62 known moons, but the true number may be far greater. The innermost moons are part of Saturn's ring system, and some of these have gathered so much dust around the equators that they look like flying saucers. Beyond the rings are Saturn's largest moons, which are hundreds of kilometers wide and mostly have icy crusts. Largest of all is Titan, which is bigger than the planet Mercury. The inner moons and the large moons all move in the same direction as Saturn's rotation, which suggests they are formed at the same time as the planet. Farther out, however, is a chaotic cloud of tiny moons that orbit the wild at wild angles. Sorry. Good. Okay. We've got Titan next. Distance from Saturn 1.4 billion kilometers or 9 million miles. Mass 0.002. Time to rotate once 16 Earth days. Size is 5.150 kilometers or 3,200 kilometers wide. Right, Titan. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, has some tantalizing similarities with Earth. It has a nitrogen rich air, cloudy skies, mountains, rivers, and lakes. However, this chilly world is far too cold for life as we know it. In 1980, when the Voyager 1 spacecraft returned the first close up images of Titan, the scientists back on Earth were disappointed. A thick orange haze covered the moon, hiding the surface from view. However, the haze turned out to be a fascinating mix of the kind of carbon chemicals that exist on Earth billions of years ago, before life began. It's the in the distant future when the sun brightens and Titan warms up, conditions on the surface may become just right for life. So yeah, good. Moving on. Guys, I know the stream's only been like 30 minutes, but I'll end it there. I've posted another stream if you want to go check that one out. It's called, I think it's called Come Chill With Me. Yeah, I'll have to see, but anyway. Uranus. Uranus. Surface gravity. Earth equals 1. This is 0.89. Time to rotate 1 to 17.2 hours. Earth is 84 Earth years. Moon's at least 27. Yeah, sorry. Uranus. Uranus. In 1781, the astronomer William Herschel peered through the telescope in his garden in England and saw what he thought was a comet. It turned out to be something much more exciting. A new planet! Yay! Uranus is an ice giant much like Neptune, but tipped on its side. For 2 centuries after Herschel discovered Uranus, very little was learnt about it, except that it has moons, rings, and an unusual tilt. Only one spacecraft, Voyager 2 this time, has ever visited the planet, and the pictures it sent back in 1986 revealed a disappointingly boring pale blue globe with a very faint wisps of cloud. Unlike the other giant planets, Uranus gives off relatively little heat. It does, however, have a strong but lopsided magnetic field. So that's Uranus. I'm not going to say the other word, but I'll type it in chat. Join those two together, you've got Uranus. I'll give that a green. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, what we've got next up, I think this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pages, and then I have to end stream. It's only been like 21 minutes, I know, I'm sorry. But, yeah. Okay. Neptune. The solar system's outermost planet has a striking blue color like Earth, similar in size and structure to Uranus. Neptune is an ice giant, a vast ball of gas, liquid, and ice. Neptune was the last planet to be discovered and was found thanks to mass. Astronomers have noticed that Uranus wandered off its predicted path as though pulled by the gravity of hidden planets. When they calculated where the mysterious world should be and looked through a telescope, they saw Neptune just 17 days. Only Voyager 2 has visited Neptune. It flew past the planet in 1989 and sent back pictures of white clouds in Neptune's sky, blown into streaks by the furious winds and faint rings around the gas giant. I'll be back now, guys. Yes. I know I'll walk after this. I'm almost done. Right, guys, I'm back. Brief description. Triton turned out to be a fascinating world of erupting geysers and frozen nitrogen lakes, surrounded by a thin atmosphere. Surface gravity. Earth equals 1. It's 1.12. Time to rotate once, 16.1 hours. 1 year equals 165 years on Earth. Moons. $14. Let's move on. Minor planets. Billions of rocky and icy objects orbit the sun, some weaving paths between planets, but most orbiting further out. Called minor planets, they are leftovers from the solar system's formation, and many are fascinating worlds in their own right. There are minor planets scattered throughout the solar system, but most fall into groups that share similar orbits. Nearest the Sun are the asteroids, which are mostly made of rock. Further out, the minor planets tend to be icy. Some minor planets have their own moons and rings and the very largest are roundish in shape and classed as dwarf planets. Sorry about my pronunciation, people. The most famous of these is Pluto, which it was once considered a planet. It got taken down because it didn't follow an circular orbit. Right. Last page. Let's see, can we finish in 5 minutes? I think we can. Comets are strange but beautiful sights like stars with glowing tails. From time to time, they swoop into the inner solar system and appear in the night sky, only to shoot out to space and vanish. For thousands of years, people were puzzled by comets or even frightened by them, seeing the unexpected appearance as bad omens. We now know these visitors from the outer solar system are simply ancient lumps of ice and dust, leftovers from the clouds of rubble from which the planets formed billions of years ago. When When comets venture close to the sun, the ice warms up and releases gas and dust into the gigantic cloud that tails. Comets have changed little since they first formed. When they first formed, which makes them prime target for space scientists who want to learn more about the early solar system. Right, guys, that is the last page. We are done for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next stream. I'd just like to say something quickly. My brother's deaf, guys. Not literally, but figuratively. Because he can't hear very well. So, yeah. See you in the next stream. Goodbye.